All right, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. Welcome to another episode of Telehouse Publishing. And here is yet another uncalled, unwarranted, unexplainable police shooting, this time involving a 17-year-old autistic and physically disabled Victor Perez in Pocatello. Here's the video, and I'll be back with some commentary after this.
Autism is fighting for his life after being shot 9 times by the Pocatello police. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, talking with people in Pocatello who are pressing the local police department, asking why this incident had to end so violently. A warning to our viewers, the video and details you're about to see could be disturbing.
A few of the neighbors that live here got it all, and then started sending it all over the internet.
2 days after the Pocatello police shot 17-year-old Victor Perez in his family's backyard, the community is demanding answers.
Why didn't you do other things to de-escalate the situation?
Police were called to this Pocatello house around 5:30 Saturday for a report of a domestic disturbance. What happened next was caught on camera by neighbors and was quickly circulated on social media. In the video, you can see Perez on the ground, showing signs of distress, at times unable to stand. When police arrive, Perez can be seen attempting to stand and approach the officers with what appears to be a knife in his hand. That's when officers open fire, hitting Perez 9 times. Christopher Spradling lives next door.
I started hearing a bunch of gunshots, and when I came out, I came over here to the side of the road, and I see a young man just laying on the yard, and the cops surrounding him. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think it was not cool what they did to the kid.
Family members confirmed to a local ABC affiliate that Perez is on the autism spectrum. Spradling tells me he's a good kid.
No, he didn't look like a threat to me. He seemed like a cool kid. He minded his own business. He just stood in the yard.
With the video now seen across the state, people in Pocatello are pressing the police for answers.
My biggest question is why? Why did it have to escalate so quickly without any other precautions?
A protest and candlelight vigil were held in front of City Hall on Sunday evening, with more than 100 people showing up, including Bill Gerst.
You armed with tasers, pepper spray, you got beanbags, you guys got dogs. I mean, you guys got more people than this person, you could have done anything, maybe subdued him.
Gerst says he understands the police using this type of force if necessary at times, but he doesn't feel this particular situation was handled the right way.
I understand that the situation and the way that the cops may have perceived it is a situation that definitely needed to be handled. But I also feel like there should have been other steps and precautions that were taken before opening fire.
I did reach out to the Pocatello Police Department regarding the release of this graphic video online, but due to an active investigation, no comments were made. Reporting in Pocatello, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, Idaho News 6.
I'm probably the only
Pocatello, Idaho. I was wondering where Pocatello was, but evidently this police this police outlaw wild west behavior is not limited to the south, north, east, or west. Even the Midwest, I think Idaho is considered. As you heard the people say, he was laying down in his backyard. Now, according to his family, he has cerebral palsy, which makes it hard for him to walk or stand. And he was visibly going through some type of distress, mental distress. He's on the autism spectrum. So you can barely see the young man standing up, and it looks he was inside of the fence. He was inside of the fence. The officers were outside of the fence. So the fence was the natural protection between these officers and this young kid. So I don't know why they felt like they had to unload 9 times. Now, it is my understanding that the young man is still living, if I'm not mistaken, but he does remain in critical condition, and he's fighting for his life. But yeah, man, they didn't even ask. They issued no commands. They just came out guns blazing. And like the neighbor said, look, y'all got bean bags, y'all got pepper spray, y'all got mace, y'all got tasers, y'all have all these other methods at your disposal. Why must you go to the extreme measure when this child is clearly, as the one neighbor said, not a threat? Now, also keep in mind that the police were called by his family members. The family members, I think they said that he didn't he had a situation where he wouldn't drop the knife. The parents called the police, and I guess I can understand. I've never been in that situation with a relative or somebody experiencing some mental episodes where you can't control them. So, I can't judge either way. But I would say never call the police in that situation, because every situation that I've seen from North Carolina to Virginia, from all the way around, the country, those situations always end up bad for the mentally disturbed individual. They don't have any de-escalation tactics that they are used or that have been proven to work. They don't have any other methods instead of blah 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 blah. Oh, he had a weapon. Oh, he didn't drop the weapon. Oh, he didn't listen. Oh, I fear for my life. So I would advise everybody never to call the police, because this is the aunt of the person talking. The aunt of Idaho teenager who was shot 9 times by the police said the officers should have taken more time to assess the situation before they fired their weapons. Victor Perez remained in critical condition at a hospital Thursday and has not regained consciousness since the shooting Saturday in Pocatello, his aunt Vasquez says. Perez, 17, who is autistic and has cerebral palsy, had taken a knife during a family barbecue, and his sister was trying to get it away from him when a neighbor called the police. So, excuse me, a neighbor, some Karen, I'll venture to say, called the police. He called so the cops could help us, she said, adding that the neighbor did not know Perez's medical condition or that he was having a mental health crisis. So, once again, this neighbor should have minded his own business, point blank. The shooting captured on video has sparked protests in the city of around 56,000 people. The police didn't even ask what the situation was when they arrived. She said the officers brushed past other family members. They didn't listen. They didn't even hesitate to shoot. They just shoot to kill. Mayor Brian Bladd said in a statement that the shooting was tragic and had a thorough investigation that's underway. He said his thoughts are with the Perez families. The 4 officers were immediately placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure for policy. We are addressing this matter with the seriousness and the thoroughness it deserves, and with the appropriate respect for the gravity of the situation. The criminal, external, and internal investigations regarding the officers involved shooting are underway. Police Chief Roger She has said that the officers repeatedly ordered Perez to drop the knife, and that Perez stood up and advanced toward them while holding the weapon. The 911 call said it appeared someone was trying to stab another person with the knife. Now, that's what the 911 call said, right? But the family said no, they were just trying to get the knife away from him. Now, the officers claim that they told him to drop the knife several times and he advanced toward them. We clearly see on that video that there was no advance. He clearly tried to stand up, and the fence was in the way. Uh, in this case, 2 individuals were within a few feet of an armed and non-compliant individual, Shah said at a news conference. The risk was immediate and the situation rapidly evolving. The teen's aunt said that the family had hidden a knife, but the Perez had found and took it. Relatives were trying to get it from him, she said. The kid was not threatening us. He was not doing that, she said. We were trying to take the knife out of his hand. Video from an eyewitness captured the incident. The video posted on Facebook shows a person on the ground holding a knife in the yard. A woman is seen remonstrating with him, saying no, no, and trying to restrain him or grab the knife. At 2:44 mark, police arrived and 4 armed officers began shouting, "Drop the knife!" from behind the steel garden fence. From behind the steel garden fence. Perez struggled to stand before he moved towards the officers, who opened fire at 2:58, followed by the terrified screams of the family. Perez is hooked up to machines at the hospital. We're devastated every day we go there. We talk to the kid. We check to see if there's improvement, so we're just waiting. The family, who are originally from western part of Puerto Rico, said that they have been surprised by the support from the Idaho community and thankful. So there you have, some conflicting reports. The police saying, okay, well, he was advancing towards us, and there were people in immediate danger, which the family says it wasn't. We were just trying to take the knife from him. He was having a mental episode. So this is yet another case of police. I don't know, like, are they hiring people without brains, man, at this point? Like, are they even doing any IQ tests? Like, what is the test that they are giving to these people? Just write your name on a piece of paper, see if you can, do your ABCs or one, two, threes. Literally, a man is behind the fence. Don't even, like, you can't assess and be like, hey, something is wrong with this kid. That's not, he's not a threat. His family is there. He's not a threat. But fortunately for this man, he's still living. For this child, he's still living. Maybe he will pull through. Maybe he won't. But I'm just, I don't know what it's going to take, for these police officers just to not think that every time they come to a scene, they have to engage in gunfire. Not taking time, as the family member is saying, to assess the situation. But prayers go out to young Victor Perez. Of course, some would consider him a brown person. So that may or may not have played into it. We have to just go ahead and exterminate him because, he's a danger to society. Whatever the case may be, he shouldn't be right now fighting for his life. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I keep forgetting to put my number up there. But y'all see it now, 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace and blessings.